Hey guys, my name is Karina, and if you didn't know, I am the curator for OwlCrate. So I am the person who decides on what goes inside our monthly boxes, and I thought it'd be fun to show you kind of a behind the scenes look at some of the items that we sent out in our August box. So the theme for our August box was storms and seas, and I kind of put together a box that was a little bit more out there than some of our past themes, and I really like how it all came together, so I'm excited to show you what's inside. So when you open up the box, the first thing you always see is our monthly spoiler card. We work with an artist named Jordan Kincaid, and she puts together the most lovely illustrations for our themes. So this month's card features a beautiful illustration of a girl looking out towards the sea. She's mourning her sailor boyfriend or girlfriend who is lost to the waves, and she's holding a locket from him. And then there's the lighthouse in the background, and I just thought that this was a very moody kind of atmospheric illustration, perfect for this theme. And then on the back we have all of the creators of the items that I will show you now. So first up is an item that we've never included in a box before. It came in this cute little package box. Michelle Gray is the artist who always designs our little packaging within our boxes, and she does such a fabulous job. This one features such cute little umbrellas and storm clouds, and when you open it up, there is a little tea light lantern inside. So this is a little lantern that is meant for tiny tea light candles. You just spin the bottom out and it comes out like this, and then you put your little tea light in there and put it back in, and then you've got your little lantern. We also added a little face of Oswald in there for you. This lantern will get quite hot, so just be extra careful when you're using it. Don't touch it when you have a lit candle inside, and wait until the wax and everything is completely cooled before you take the bottom out. And if you do want to hang it, I would recommend hanging it on a metal hook versus like a string or something, just to be safe. But yeah, I just thought this was such a cute little item and is quite different from anything we've sent out in the past. And I also thought it would look really good with those little LED candles as well if you didn't want to use a real one. And you could just display it on your bookshelf. I've got one on display on my bookshelf upstairs, and I love it. I think it's really cute. So next up is a delicious tea from Riddle's Tea Shop. This one is called Sea Witch, inspired by Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. And it is a decaf Earl Grey and hazelnut spice flavor. It tastes wonderful on its own, but I think it really shines with a dash of milk and sugar, and I just think this is the perfect kind of tea blend as we head into fall. Julie, the owner of Riddle's Tea Shop, actually hand illustrates these labels herself, and I thought it'd be fun to show you guys kind of the process of the label creation. So first up, she sent me this initial sketch, pencil sketch, kind of just showing the tentacles and seaweed, and I approved that. I thought that was very cute. And then the next thing she sent me was this kind of in progress shot showing some inking and watercolor. She actually does ink and watercolor paint each of the labels that she's made for OwlCrate teas, and I thought that was beautiful. And then she sent me this final label. Now, in the beginning, this tea was going to be called Siren Song, but I had a change of heart and I decided I wanted it to be more literal, and so we changed it to Sea Witch. And I just love the final label. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love octopus, so I'm a big fan of these tentacles. And it's just always such a wonderful experience working with Riddle's Tea Shop. I think they just make some of the best tea out there, and I hope you guys enjoy drinking this one. And next up we have a bottle of bath salt created by the Soap Librarian, and these ones are inspired by the Little Mermaid classic, and they just smell like the ocean. They smell so fresh and yummy. Oh yeah. It's kind of got hints of tropical perfume in there, but also it has a little bit of the sea, and I just think it's so nice. And you just sprinkle these in your bathtub for you know, it makes the water nice, makes it nice and scented, a bit of aromatherapy. Her labels are really cute. They're designed to look like classic books, like classic leather-bound books. And yeah, we created this label together for the Little Mermaid, and I just think it's super cute. We did send out two different styles of bottle, but they both hold just over 2 ounces of bath salts. And yeah, I just love them. Next up is one of my favorite items that I've ever sent out in a box. It's something that we've never sent out before, and that is a really beautiful tin pencil case. This one was designed by Stella Bookish Art, who's just one of my favorite people to work with. I love everything that she does, and this was inspired by the Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater, which is a book that, in my humble opinion, does not get enough love. It is one of our OwlCrate team's favorite books, and so the Scorpio Races is all about like these vicious sea horses that people race every year, and so that is why there are horses on here. But it's also, the book's just all about like the ocean, and it's very atmospheric on this island, so I thought it was fitting for this theme as well. The lid says, "I am so, so alive," and then you open it up and it says, "The ocean will not shift me and the cold will not take me." And this is actually a tray that you can lift out, so you've still got space underneath, so you can kind of separate your writing utensils if you'd like. You can put all your pens on the bottom and your pencils on the top if you want to do that. And yeah, and there's just like horses kind of all around the pencil case, and then on the bottom is just our OwlCrate logo. I love that the design that Stella did kind of looks like a mixture of ocean and paint, and I just think that's really cool, especially if people are going to be, you know, using this to store their art supplies or anything like that. And I thought August was a good month to include a pencil tin, because I know a lot of people are heading back to school, so I hope you guys enjoy using this and taking it with you to your classes. And then we also included a beautiful wooden tassel bookmark. This is from our friends at Juniper and Ivy Designs, who I just love working with. This one is inspired by Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller, which was a previous OwlCrate pick. And it says, "The sea watches over me, she protects her own," and it has a beautiful like octopus tentacles at the bottom and a pirate ship at the top. And yeah, I knew when I approached Juniper and Ivy for this project that I wanted the bookmark to be a unique shape and have like a die cut shape of a ship at the top. And the first draft that they sent me looked like this, and it was almost perfect, but I felt like the font wasn't quite right. So then I had them revise it, and then they sent along this one, which I thought was perfect. It's beautiful. This is a hand lettered font, and I just think it turned out so, so lovely. Juniper and Ivy do make all of their products in-house in the US. They use a really cool like laser engraving machine to burn the design into the wood, and then they, you know, attach the tassels and package everything by hand, and I just love working with them so much. I think their stuff is such nice quality, and yeah. Alright, and next up we have our book for the month of August, which was the amazing House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I absolutely love this cover. I love the original. This one is also an OwlCrate exclusive cover, so let's take a closer look at it. So the cover is just this beautiful, beautiful tide pool scene, and the difference in our covers is subtle, but I think it makes a big difference at the same time. Our water is a much more turquoise shade, and it kind of brightens the whole thing up, and then the title font is more of a silver instead of a bronzy gold. And the spine is this beautiful purple color. And this book, you guys, is just gorgeous. The way that the publisher, all the little treatments they did. Look at those end papers. Stunning. There's also an octopus embossed on the casing. And even the chapter titles have an octopus on it. And with all of our monthly books, it is signed by the author, so there's also a beautiful page there where Erin has hand-signed all of our OwlCrate books, which is amazing. And then our book also came with a letter from the author, Erin A. Craig, with a cute quote on the back, so you guys can use that as an art print if you want. And it came with this beautiful shimmery bookmark, which says, "Be careful who you dance with." Now, House of Salt and Sorrows is a really unique book. It is a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, and it just combines so many different genres. I absolutely fell in love with it. It's got a little bit of like a paranormal element, a little bit of a mystery element, and then also just this really magical fantasy element at the same time. So in House of Salt and Sorrows, our main character, Anna Lee, lives in a manor by the sea, and we start the story off where 4 of her 12 siblings have tragically passed away in mysterious accidents, and the family feels as though they are cursed, and they're not sure why this is happening to them. And Anna Lee, after the death of her last sister, she starts to wonder if maybe their deaths aren't accidental, and maybe like there's someone on the island who is like purposely causing them harm. And so she sets out to try and discover if there is a murderer among them. So there's that wonderful kind of like mystery element to it. The paranormal element takes the shape of some of her sisters are haunting the manor, and so there's some ghosty stuff in it. And then there's also this really cool fantasy element where the sisters discover a way to kind of go to a different parallel world. I won't say more than that because it's quite a unique story, and I just thought it was so cool. Like, I've never really read a book like this, and I haven't really stopped thinking about it since. It is a standalone, which is also kind of a nice treat, and I just think it's the perfect mix of genres, and it's perfect for this time of year. If you want something that's slightly spooky but not, you know, a horror or anything like that, I think you'll really like this one. When I decided to select this for our August box, I hadn't really heard that many people talking about it at the time. I pick our books usually like 6 months in advance, but since then it has become quite talked about you know, online, and it also made the New York Times bestseller list, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm so happy that we were able to include it in our August box. And then the final little item that I wanted to show you is our monthly enamel pin. So this month we worked with Laser Brain Patch Company to create an enamel pin inspired by the family's crest, which is described in the book. And we also included a lighthouse in the pin because lighthouses play a big role in the story as well. And the cool thing about this pin is the light on the lighthouse actually glows in the dark. This is our first pin that had a glow-in-the-dark element to it, and I just think it's super cool, and I just think that the pin turned out really lovely. So yeah, check out Laser Brain Patch Company if you're looking for really unique pins. They have some really gorgeous Harry Potter inspired pins that definitely are worth a look. And yeah, it was awesome working with them. So that was all of the items in the August box, but then we also include in each box a little magazine. And within here you can find an interview with the author, a look at the differences in the trade edition and the OwlCrate exclusive edition of the covers. There's a fun crossword and some recommended reads if you like House of Salt and Sorrows. We also have an interview with the soap librarian, the person who created the bath salts. There's photo challenge prompts, which will start in September, and our schedule of when we'll have an Instagram live chat with the author called Owl Babble, so you should definitely come join us over on Instagram for that. And then there's a deeper look at our theme for next month, and our theme for September is Fear the Night. It is a spooky kind of autumn Halloween box, and I'm so excited. It's been a long time since we've done a spooky box, and the book that we're including is one of my favorite of the entire year, and we get to send it out a little bit early ahead of publication date, so subscribers will get a chance to read this book before anybody else. And we also are including a second book in the box. We're including an exclusive paperback from the Penguin Horror Collection, which is a, you know, really cool collection of classic horror stories. Everybody will be receiving the same book, and it's a surprise which one we chose, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So 2 books in the September box. There's also going to be lots of really great other goodies inspired mostly by like classic spooky stories and just you know, like spooky stuff in general, not super like fandom heavy box, but I think it's going to be a big hit, and I'm so excited to send it out. So if you want to get your own September box, be sure to subscribe soon because boxes are limited. And you can use the coupon code NIGHT to save 10% off your first box. Yay! So that was the August Storms and Seas box. I had so much fun, you know, opening it up for you guys. It's been a while since I've done a video on this channel, and I'm so excited to start doing monthly unboxings again. I hope you guys liked kind of seeing behind the scenes of some of the items, and I'll be sure to include more of those in upcoming videos. At the time of posting this video, we do still have some of these August boxes available in our shop, shop.owlcrate.com, if you wanted to grab one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Happy reading, and thanks for being awesome. Bye guys!